I want to tell you about two innovations. The first is, and actually they're kind of at the two ends of the personal interaction spectrum. So one has to do with getting more of our education constituents here to the theater, not just through their schools, but as patrons and cultural, advocates and theater lovers. So we are doing more work around getting students to come to the theater directly. So they maybe come through their school the first time, they've had this catalytic experience, and we want to find ways that they can come here on their own. So we've been working with a student advisory committee, which is 20 high school students, annually to partner with Center Theater Group to help us solve a problem. So one of those problems we presented to them was how can we get kids to connect to the theater directly, not through their school, not through their parent. So we're launching a new program called the Student Body at Center Theater Group, and they will be offered discount tickets that include patron events just for young people, so students only. I don't think I'm even invited, where they'll be able to come to our theater, have a pre-show extravaganza that includes food trucks and live entertainment from their schools, so featuring school bands, and a chance for them to network and interact with their peers and see our theater as their own theater, not a place that they come through with adults, but that they come as the patrons that they are. So we're really excited by that idea. At the other end of the spectrum, we're trying to think about more new and different ways that we can really interact with our education constituents online. So teachers, teaching artists, superintendents, school board members, as well as our young people, our emerging artists and teenagers. So we've launched a new Facebook page called the Emerging Artists Green Room, which in about 2 months we got over 700 students to sign up, to befriend us, and they are really interacting with each other, which is what's exciting. So it's not Center Theater Group centered, it's about young people who are excited and interested in theater. They call themselves theatregoistic, that's their term, that they have a chance to meet other kids, and because LA is such a geographically challenging city, it's a chance for kids to meet kids from all over the region and talk about their own shows at their schools, talk about the challenges they're having, things they're excited about, and talk about things they've seen here at Center Theater Group. So nurturing an online community of young theater goers. We're also looking to do the same thing for educators. So we're in the midst of planning that. But this notion that we want to have people connect with us face-to-face more and also connect to us online.
Great. And what is the final, like if I were a parent or a retired person who was just watching the culture, or an employer who's trying to hire folks, what does all this add up to in terms of what it's doing for our kids and our communities?
Right, that's a terrific question, and something I think we sometimes lose sight of, that there's a bigger goal, there's a bodacious goal at the end of the day. I think for us at Center Theater Group, what we're really interested in is cultivating the next generation in every sense of that word. I have a dream that I sound like Martin Luther King. I have a dream, but I do have a dream. I have a dream that we have someone who one day, 20 years from now, is running the National Endowment for the Arts, and they say the reason I got to this place in the world with the values I have about the importance of the arts came from an experience I had at Center Theater Group. A memorable moment I had sitting in the audience with my schoolmates, transformative mentorship I had with a professional at Center Theater Group, an amazing internship that got me tuned in to what I had to professionally contribute to the theater community. So I think we're really thinking about not just building the next generation of patrons. That's important, but we're also feeding the soul of theater itself. We want the young people that we're connecting with today to be the patrons, but also the art leaders, the art managers, the artists, the theater creators, the theater critics of tomorrow. So that's our big goal, and that they'll remember that Center Theater Group helped get them started.